So, Stephen Colbert, you douchebag, you have to go on television and talk about the personal life of our president, Donald Trump, and focusing on his taxes and speaking in a way that I think probably goes to the lowest common denominator for your audience, which not everyone is retarded like you probably think everyone is, and you seem so intellectual with your, flying bird around and your laissez-faire attitude to anything real in this world. But I love how the double standard is when you don't talk about the former president for 8 years. You were on air for 8 years in office when Obama was there. And I just wonder why there was no emphasis on how in Obama's younger years, he spent time in a madrasa in Jakarta, Indonesia. It's not questioned. It's not really up for debate. We know that he did. It came out. I mean, photos are out of him in Arabic and Muslim garb, speaking Arabic. In fact, he was in Egypt speaking Arabic better than some of the imams, they even said. So I'm curious, why don't you ever cover or talk about any of that stuff? Because that seems kind of relevant, being the fact that Obama opened the borders to a lot of Muslim nations. He wreaked havoc in his 8 years in office, bombing the heck out of the Middle East, 15,000 bombs plus. I mean, there's probably more than that weren't even accounted for, killing countless people over there. We were at war the entire time, and you don't talk about any of that because what? The Democrats are the party of peace, or whatever it is that you are. You have the moral high ground, I guess, in some way. Although anyone with half a brain sees that you have some sort of a propaganda and agenda to portray on the American people. The ones that watch your measly show, that is. I haven't watched your show in years. I'm sure a lot of people haven't. And I'm not sitting here thinking that I'm some huge Trump backer or anything. I mean, I supported him. I voted for him. I disagree with a lot of the things he does. But, hey, I don't remember you attacking President Obama over his real father, perhaps. I mean, Frank Marshall Davis, that came out. I mean, his mom, Obama's mom, and Frank Marshall Davis got together and made, Barry Soetoro, which we're not talking about Barry Soetoro, I guess, either, because that's what his real name is, and it was an alias of his. He lied about that on his application for public service when he was up for election in the Chicago area for the House of Representatives, the U.S. House of Representatives. So didn't disclose that information. I'm wondering, why don't you talk about any of these things? And now you're talking about Trump. That's all you talk about is Trump. I'm sick of it. And so is everybody else. So you can go screw yourself, dude. All right?